I'm grateful that you chose to meet me here at our favorite spot. Today's teaching is called Mastering the Art of Productivity: 5 Ways to Make Money and Defeat Laziness. Money has to do with water, which means it has to do with movement. This is why we use phrases such as cash flow and use terms such as currency when describing money. Money also comes from the word moon, and the moon controls the tides. Moon also represents emotional, which is why females get emotional during their menstrual cycle, which the word menstrual or menses comes from moon. So now, with the understanding that money is called currency, you should be able to understand why it's connected to water. What do we call moving water? Right, a current. This is where the term currency comes from. Which body of water is known to have a current? A river, right. Etymology and maritime law are important when gaining a deeper understanding of these things. So, what contains the current or the water within the river? A riverbank, exactly. Now, what contains or holds your money? A bank, right. Everything is connected. Always remember that. Now that you have a deeper understanding of money and how it works, here are 5 ways to get money. Number 1, a job/career. Working for a company will get you money. You can increase your income through a promotion, a raise, or a new job. Number 2, owning a business. Making and selling your own products or providing a service will put money in your pocket. All right, my face is itching. Number 3, blessing money. This strategy of getting money is probably the most unreliable. This entails finding money or getting handouts. Or, someone just blessing you, which is kind of like a handout. Not bad if God is in control of that. But if this is how you are hoping to survive or become prosperous, you need to think again. It's unreliable and unattractive. Nobody, including God, will honor that. Number 4, investing. Investing is great, but it's not reliable. It could take years of your investments to take off, or for your investments to take off, and there's a possibility that you could lose all of the money you invested if you make poor investments. You also got to have money to invest money. So, number 5, inheritance. This is a way of getting money, but it's also not the most reliable unless you come from a wealthy family. If there is generational wealth in your family, you need to be able to keep the money flowing in, because if there's no current, eventually the money will run dry. Okay, so now, if all you do is beg, leech, or expect people to give you money, you've missed it. Nobody owes you anything. The Bible tells us in 2 Thessalonians 3:10 that if you don't work, you won't eat. So stop looking for handouts, especially if you are a man. God specifically instructed the man to work. He instructed the man to work and to provide and make provisions and secure his family. If we look at Adam, before he had a wife, he had a house and a job. When God created Adam, he put him in his garden, which was his house, and he told him to tend to it. He had responsibilities. Alexa, next. He told him to name the animals and to care for the garden and all of those things, right? So when God curses Adam and Eve for eating the fruit, he told the man that he had to work, and only by the sweat of his brow would he eat. So in order to eat, you need money, and to get money, you need to work. Even God worked for 6 days when he created the universe, only resting on the 7th day. Jesus did the work on the cross, and the Holy Spirit is at work right now, helping us move in our gifts, being our helper and comforter. So why do you think you are entitled to free stuff and handouts? Why do you think that God is going to magically give you the house you want and a new car if you put zero effort into getting it? Figure out what you're good at and start a business. Even if it's walking down the street with your rake and lawnmower cutting grass, that's a business. Go apply for a job somewhere. Do something, right? Being envious or hating someone because they are more prosperous than you will not get you anywhere. It will actually repel money from you. You attract what you think. If you put out the energy of hating or being envious of those who have more than you, you are basically telling your subconscious, stay away from money and all those who have it, therefore keeping you in a continual cycle of poverty. Many of you have went through 10 deliverance sessions by 10 different people and still have received no change. If that's you, it shows that the devil is not your problem. You are your problem. The curse of poverty is broken. Now you need to break the pattern of laziness, or the fear of being around others, or the entitlement of your ego thinking that others should just give to you because they have more than you. If you have these entitlements, no matter where you grew up, what color your skin is, or where you are currently, you deserve your poverty. You cannot say it's because I'm black when there's black billionaires, black millionaires. When there's black people everywhere that are at work, whether it's in a grocery store, in a law firm, in a doctor's office, right? You cannot use that excuse in this day and age. So lose the victimship of I'm just because I'm black. When you that first of all, that's a spell, and you are what's the word? You are putting your mind in this trance or in this under this spell. And you're telling yourself, I'm not good enough. I'll never make it. I'll never do anything. I'll never be a millionaire because I'm black. Such as a man thinks, so is he. Life and death are in the power of the tongue, and those who speak will reap the consequences. Unless you have something physically preventing you from making more money, such as disability or disease, you need to work. And no, using mental illnesses, emotional instabilities, your disability or sickness as a crutch is not acceptable. Firstly, God sees your heart, and if you are using these things to get over on people or the government, you will be held accountable. Be honest, be genuine, and allow those who really need the help and assistance receive it. Don't take from the helpless. You will be held accountable for it. If you are still using the color of your skin, once again, as a reason why you can't make money, all you're going to do is drown yourself in self-pity, therefore putting yourself under a spell, repelling any money from locating you. I see Mexicans, Europeans, Jamaicans, Africans, and all kinds of people come to America and become successful. I see families and communities coming together in third world countries, poor countries, and living comfortable lives. I see people who grew up in poverty in poor countries thrive as they grew older because they wasn't in a victim's and beggar's mindset. Everything begins in the mind. Nothing is impossible if you believe. So just follow the instructions God gave to you, and He will do the rest, assuring that all your needs are met. If you believe I'll never make it because of where I am or where I live or who I am or where I grew up or what color my skin is, then that's what you will receive. If you believe it, it'll happen to you. Lastly, learn to be grateful with what you have so that God may increase what you have. Everything you need is inside of you. You just need to cultivate it by using your mind, gifts, skills, and talents. If you are busy complaining about what you don't have, you will look over what you do have, therefore making all the magnificent tools God gave you useless. Go read the parable about the talents found in the Gospels. Wasting your gifts and talents is a sin. If you can be grateful with $20, God knows you will be grateful with 40. Gratitude multiplies things. Remember how Jesus multiplied the loaves of bread and the fish? He did it by giving thanks. There is no certain code word you can pray for increase. That's witchcraft. You think if you say certain words, which is equivalent to a spell or an incantation, that you can make God magically give you money or make people give you money. God gave you the principle of receiving more, and that is giving thanks and actively participating in the principle of giving. Whatever you give, you will receive back. If you give gratitude, you will receive more to be grateful for. If you give complaining, you will receive more to complain about. Simple. So, and when you are a taker, takers are cursed. When you always are taking, whatever you take, it will be taken from you, because that's what you're giving. Don't be a taker. Luke 6:38. Give and it shall be given unto you, a good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. It will spill into your lap. You'll refuse to do anything constructive to attract money to yourself. So then you will continue in poverty. If you are lazy and wallowing in anxiety, depression, and self-pity, how can you make the necessary moves to make money? Remember, money is flowing. It's in motion, which means you also need to be in motion so that you too can flow with the money. Proverbs 13:4. Lazy people want much but get little, but those who work hard will prosper. Proverbs 18:9. Whoever is lazy regarding his work is also a brother to the master of destruction. Proverbs 21:25. The desire of the lazy man kills him, for his hands refuse to labor. Proverbs 22:13. A lazy person claims there's a lion out there. If I go out there, I may be killed. Moonlight. That means I'm done reading the scripture. I want to speak on this last one. For all of you using anxiety as an excuse for not going out and finding work, Proverbs 22:13 is for you. You're saying, oh no, what if there's a lion out there? What if I make a mistake? I have social anxiety. Remember, God did not give you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. Everything begins in the mind. Change the way you think and move in the Father's love and the power of his spirit, and knowing that everything is okay. And this last proverb is for my ladies. Proverbs 31:27. She carefully watches everything in her household and suffers nothing from laziness. Moonlight. For all my traditional women who are or who desire to be stay-at-home wives and mothers, that verse is for you. You still have no excuse to be lazy. Your role is to assure that the house that your husband has provided for you and the children are looked after and taken care of. And we all know that that's not an easy task. And when I say house, I mean everything in the house, including your husband, the children, and the pets. Okay? The cleaning, the cooking, the maintenance. You say, hey, husband, this broke. Can you fix this? Okay? Hey, husband, even if it's him, you are paying all the bills through his account. You take over his credit card, his debit card, his bank account, and you make sure them bills are paid. If that's what he asked you to do, because he's doing his job. You have to work. You have to be in motion. You cannot be lazy. Anyway, I hope this revelation adds value to your life. If it does, let me know in the comments. I really appreciate feedback. It motivates and encourages me to keep going. I love motivation too. I give you guys encouragement and motivation, so give it back. Give and it shall be given to you, right? Remember, a good measure, pressed down, shaken together, run it over. Everything everything will spill into your lap. Okay? So follow this page, turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our hangouts where the tea is hot and spilling everywhere. Woo! Okay, so it's time for this butterfly to fly away, but you keep flapping those wings towards heaven. Kiss, kiss.